Good morning, everyone. I had so many takes because I tend to talk too much. I wanted to create a few short videos on how to start your small clothing or otherwise business with a couple of tips of what we had to do, and perhaps that would be helpful to anyone. So before anything, you just have to decide to do it, decide to really commit to it and do your best and keep on going. Give it your all. And after that, the next step would be to come up with a clever name for your business or something that means to you, something nice and catchy. And that's at the same time as, let's see, if you are deciding to manufacture clothes, meanwhile you're doing it on your end, you need to find a manufacturer. They are developed industries, clothing industries all over the world. And you need to decide which part of the world you're going to go to. South America, Central America, US itself, Turkey, China. And and so that based on what you want, what you need, email with a couple of manufacturers based on what they do your research to see they do adult clothing only, they do children clothing, polyester, cotton. Most manufacturers, they do both. If they do sweatshirts, let's say, if you're doing that, or t-shirts, socks, sleepwear, things like that. So that's one of those things you have to figure out. Contact your manufacturer, and once you have chosen one, you're communicating with them. First thing, they're gonna ask you for tech packs. Tech packs is basically like the technical drawings of your clothes. Those are flat drawings with the designs front and back or other details that are important, and the sizing is included in the tech pack document. There's a website called techpacker.com. That's what we used. They have a monthly membership. There are different tiers, I believe, still, that you have to choose. You could pay yearly as well. It's not sponsored, by the way, so anything I say, it's kind of like my own experience, right? Also not affected by anything. So that website is pretty easy to figure out. I'm not extremely computer savvy, and so I like using that. It's very easy you could even send the tech packs directly to manufacturer from the website. Once you save everything, don't forget to save, especially if you've been editing a lot before sending. Our manufacturer was really good too. If they would notice any discrepancies, they would ask me a question or anything. And so that was the website we used. You're gonna send your tech packs to the manufacturer. They're gonna look it over, decide if they wanna do the job, wanna work with you. And the next step would be to sample packaging to manufacturer. And so that would be like samples, which designs, if you want to see all of your designs done, you'd have to discuss it with, and fabric composition as well, just to make sure you see it, how they do it before you go into the bulk production, right? That need to be discussed. And most manufacturers bring it up themselves right away, because that's the first step. To do the sample packaging. So after that, once you receive it, you like it and everything, and you go to make your first payment for bulk production. It varies from manufacturer how long it's gonna take. Also, the manufacturer will tell you their MOQ, minimum order quantity. That's that's a must for every business, and you're gonna decide what is what. Also, all the details will be discussed, like tags and inner tags and packaging. More fancy costs extra, of course, and things like that. But manufacturers always bring it up and always ask their questions themselves, and in my experience. And so after that, you're waiting for your clothes to be made, or let's say if it's clothes, it could be you could get in sunglasses or something else. So you're waiting for it to be made, and meanwhile, you could work on creating your website, registering your business with the Department of State. It was pretty easy. Department of State. I believe I have sent I have sent the printout form. I received it pretty quickly, within like a month. It's dos.ny.gov in New York, and every state in the United States can have their own. I guess dos.nj.gov, .ct.gov, and so on, for all different states. And in Europe, I believe every government just gonna have their own website. And you're gonna choose your business structure, LLC, Corp, and so on. And you're gonna pay a fee, about $200, and it's gonna be sent to you. And EIN is another thing. It's important thing. It's employee identification number. For the tax purposes, the compliance and everything, that will be from irs.gov. And be careful to other websites for .coms or .nets or something that are trying to say they could help you, or like be a middleman. You need to go to .gov. That's also very fast. They'll send you a letter with your number. So after that, it's done. Also, the website design. If you planning to have your own website to sell on, I'll discuss in the later videos about other external websites, like let's say Amazon or eBay. But let's say you're creating your own website, and so we went with Shopify. Shopify has a monthly fee. There are tiers. You choose what's more appropriate for your business. And so Shopify, I really like for the ease of use, and they have so many articles about how to do things, and it's just easy to figure out overall. So I really like to use Shopify. Plus the website template I've got is free. They have more detailed ones for extra fee a month or a year, but I like to use the free one. And so pretty easy to customize, easy to figure out without knowing code. Is they have an option to edit code if you're proficient in that, but if you're not, it's okay. And so have your website ready. That's another step. Am I forgetting anything? You have your, say, like registration, you have your EIN, you've already talked to your manufacturer and paid and ordered, you've got your website ready. Another thing, before I go, I'm trying to make these videos 10 minutes or less, not to forget, once you're ordering from overseas, and if it's children's clothing, I gotta double check on one detail. But let's say for children's clothing in United States, there are regulations. Need to be lead tested, flammability tested. If your manufacturer cannot do it on their end and include that paperwork with your bulk order being shipped, the customs will stop it, and it's gonna be a delay. You're gonna have to take a couple of those things, like they will release a couple of things to you, where you're gonna have to do it yourself and provide it to them. Doing yourself, it's an extra fee as well. And as well as, not to forget, the customs fee to being released to you in general, it's gonna be there as well. It depends on the whole value of the order. So have those things in mind, and especially if the children's clothing, and especially sleepwear, it's gonna have stringent regulations over here in the United States, just because we're dealing with children, and it's important that what they wear is safe, right? And so those things to keep in mind. And there's also a website, government website, where if you have to deal with that, they make you fill it out online, all the details, but that's the story for later, right? We just covered the beginning of tiny simple steps you need to do to sort of start it. And let's see, next time I'll talk more about those regulations and customs fees and freight brokers and things like that. Yeah, so I'll include captions, so if I'm speaking too fast, it's a little more clear. And so thanks all. This is like a short episode 1, and episode 2 very soon. Bye.